Do y'all know what's crazy and backwards? One of the craziest things, right, that I am seeing with a lot of the critics, and the critics are going to be the critics, but some things I just got to point out. All right, the critics, right, and the supporters are just like a market fluctuation. You're going to have critics and you got to have supporters. Okay, you're going to have supporters and you got to have critics. You need both, really. I mean, it's the norm. Okay, it would not be the norm. So I know some of them are just how they are, but one of the things that I am seeing is that a lot of the critics, right, they're waiting to get their return so they can run so they can get out of the project. Okay, they're waiting for the project to go up. Okay, they're waiting for the Saitama project to go up, V2, so they can get their returns and run away from the project. All right, but what's the most confusing thing? The most confusing thing is they're telling everybody, they're advertising to everybody not to buy. They're advertising not to buy. That's the confusing part. All right, so how do you want the project to go up so you can run away with your profits? Okay, but you're advertising individuals not to buy the project. That doesn't make sense. You want us to buy. You want us to buy so you can get your profits and move on. So really, for a lot of the critics out there, okay, you're stalling your returns. Okay, you're putting out FUD on a project. Okay, not noticing that it's doing more damage to you and it's extending your stay. You're extending your stay at the Saitama Crypto Hotel. Extended stay. How do I extend my stay? FUD the project. FUD the project so I can have an extended stay. How are y'all supposed to get y'all returns out there? How are you going to get your returns? You can't get your returns if you're telling me don't buy. Okay? You're running off away from the project, and well-being, okay, depends on what I do. You have to depend on me. Okay, you need me. You critics out there who are, fudding the project, you actually need the supporters right now. Okay? Y'all well-being is in our hands. Your well-being is in our hands. So look, don't FUD the project. All right? You're gonna FUD the project and you're telling us don't buy. Okay, but it's doing nothing but hurting the critics out there. And a lot of people some may say, well, we got the fudders, they're still providing more advertising, and that is true. Y'all are providing more advertising to put more eyes on the project, but just think about this, okay? Think about the new investors that we get into crypto every single day, and just think about the individuals. Now, look, I know that I say that, the majority of the crypto investors that come in are individuals that get on the conventional side. All right, these are the individuals that do not know any better. They don't know what they are supposed to know. Okay, and they are the cliche Bitcoin investors, the cliche Ethereum investors, because that's all they're educated on. Okay, they're not deep into the DeFi space, but you get a good handful of investors that pour into crypto every day that somehow find their way to the DeFi space. They find their way to the unconventional crypto space. And they find their way to projects such as Sheeb, Doge, and Saitama, as well as a lot of those other crypto projects out there that a lot of the other supporters push. Okay, we all know who those are. All right, but the thing is, they find their way. Okay, and when they find their way, do you know what they see? When they find their way, when those handful of individuals find their way, they see a lot of the critics out there fudding. Okay, and do you know some of the projects that they run across is fudded? They run across Saitama. All right, and Saitama is one of the main projects out there that is fudded. they're almost damn near the face of crypto in a way. All right, or one of the faces of crypto. Saitama, in my opinion, is one of the many faces of crypto that a lot of individuals out there, conventional and unconventional individuals out there, will see when they get into crypto. Saitama is always in the spotlight, and I tell individuals that, look, regardless, Saitama is like a love-hate crypto project. All right, regardless of what's going on with Saitama, they will always be in the spotlight. I told you, Saitama is like the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Yankees of crypto. They're going to always be in the spotlight over any other crypto out there. They are going to. I'm not going to say any other, not every crypto out there, but most cryptos out there. Okay, outside of the Bitcoins, Ethereums, the Sheebs of the world, and all of that, the Doges of the world. Okay, but when it comes to the meme space, Saitama is over any crypto in the spotlight in the meme space. Why? Because Saitama dominates the meme space headlines in the meme space and outside of the meme space. And one of the reasons they dominate outside of the meme space because they have some mainstream media exposure. Okay, they have mainstream media exposure. But the thing is this right here. When you get individuals, right, new crypto investors that are coming into the space, right, that are looking at these newer projects and looking at projects, seasoned projects like Saitama, what are they running into? They're running into a lot of the FUD. All right, you need these individuals to come in and buy Saitama so you can get your returns, your return on investment, or some kind of return on investment so you can get out of the project. When these individuals are coming in, they don't know everything they should know. They don't know any better. Okay? So when they come in, they don't know any better. The FUD that is put out by a lot of the critics out there makes the decision for a lot of those new investors. It makes a decision for them. Okay? And just as some of those investors invest into projects like Saitama, okay, on their own gut feeling, you have a lot that do not invest on in that project because of the FUD that a lot of the critics put out there. Okay, when you think about it, the FUD is also responsible for taking away money from the project. This is what I say. They put out FUD. They want to get out of the project, but they put out FUD that pushes individuals, okay, away from the project. All right, that's like a backwards type thing. Okay, so I think it's worth at least, look, if you're gonna feel the way you're gonna feel about it, but just think about that. Okay, if you're a foot in the project a lot, making decisions for a lot of these investors that you depend on to put money into a project to get so you can get your returns and run off away from the project. Okay, think about that. All right, think about that. If you're doing that, at least be mindful that, hey, should I really be doing this? Be mindful. Should I really be doing this right now? Okay? Now, the thing is this. A lot of these individuals, right, they're not as educated. Some of them are first-time crypto investors. They do not know what they need to know. Okay? You are the decision maker for them. Okay? And look, I know that some may say, well, we're only talking about look, that stuff adds up. It really adds up. Okay? It adds up. So for the critics out there, just remember this. Okay? How are you going to get your returns? Okay? If you're fudding so much, you're making the decisions for the newer investors. How are you going to get your returns when you're fudding? Okay? Y'all need us. Y'all need these new investors. Okay, y'all need us. Y'all need these new investors so you can get your returns, so you can get on to the next project. All right. So I wanted to make this video, y'all, and it makes sense. All right. So I wanted to make this video, and remember, y'all, every now will be history tomorrow, and you even have patience in this crypto investing space or lose in the end. You do not want to be a loser. All right. So this is my video, and I will catch y'all on the up and up. Howdy.